Welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can use LangChain tools or LangChain with Google's agent development kit with Python and Gemini. So let's get started. So in this particular example we will be using this LangChain Tavily tool. So it is kind of like a search engine of a sort. So whatever is the latest news, so AI model might not know the latest news if it does not have the search functionality, but with the help of Tavily, whatever is happening latest in the news, it can immediately fetch information for that. So we will be looking into how to use this. So let's get started. So first I have just created one simple folder called my app. You can name it whatever you feel like, and I have cd into that particular folder as well inside my terminal. So first we need to create virtual environment. So for that we can just run python 3-m env. Okay, then inside this I will create another folder called my agent. I'll just click allow over here. I'll just name it as my agent. Okay, and here inside this I'll just create a file called agent.py. Alright, next let's come over here. So we need to activate the virtual environment. So in macOS we just need to do source env/bin/activate. Okay, then we need to install few dependencies. So we'll just do pip install google-adk python-env, and we also need to install this particular dependency of LangChain and Tavily Python as well. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here and click enter. So this will install our dependencies for us. Next we need to generate two API keys. So first one is for Gemini. So you can just come to this URL, click on create API key button, and here you can just select Gemini API, click on API key in existing project. Okay, and here next you will copy it later on. Next you need to come to app.tavily.com/home, and here you need to click on this plus button, and here you don't need to register any credit card or debit card, just sign up, create an account. We can use this development one. Okay, I'll just give it some name. Okay, limit monthly usage 2000. I'll just click on create. So this is my API key. Now to use our API key we'll just create a .env file. Okay, and here we need to add few things. So first I'll just add google _ gen AI _ use _ vertex AI equal to false. Next google _ API _ key equal to. Now let's just copy the API key which we have received. So just copy this, I'll paste it over here, command S. And there is one more thing, our Tavily API key as well. So for that I'll just come over here and I can just copy this. Ignore the export part, we don't require export over here. So I'll just copy this and I'll just copy the API key as well. Okay, I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. Okay, let's come back to our agent.py. Now inside this we need to write some code. So what I'll do is, let's go to the documentation. Let's first copy these two imports and I'll paste it over here. Then let's just copy this, paste it over here. So here you can see they are just instantiating this Tavily search results. Maximum results equal to 5, search depth is advanced, include answer, include raw content, include images as well. Okay, and then we just initialize this LangChain tool and pass our Tavily tool instance which we have created. Now what we need to do is we can just import this Google agent kit as well, something like this, and then I can just copy the rest of the part. So I'll just copy this. One thing which I want to highlight to you guys is whatever folder name you have given over here, make sure you give the same name over here. Sometimes this Google agent development kit behaves in a weird way which I have noticed. So just to be on the safer side I'll just give the name as my agent, or you can just change the folder name and make sure it matches with over here. Now the latest Google Gemini model, which is the free tier one, is Gemini 2.5 Flash. So I'll just update it. The documentation has not been updated yet, and here we are just telling a description: agent to answer question using Tavily search. and I can answer your question by searching the internet. Just ask me anything, and here inside tools we just pass the ADK Tavily tool. Now if you see the documentation, they have given a full example as well, but I felt like this is unnecessary. I mean, if this might be necessary in your case, but at least for my case I didn't find it that useful, because we are just creating a simple app, and at the very end we can just write root. This is very important. Root underscore agent is equal to my underscore agent. So this we need to do, otherwise things will not work for you. Okay, now let's come back over here. So like this Python dependencies are also installed. Now we can just run ADK web. So this will start a server for us. So let's just wait for this to start. If you're building a real world Python application, then maybe this would be useful. The reason I'm not using this, because at the time of me recording this, there is some error with this Google Agent Development Kit. It throws a WIP error. I don't know what that is. I even raised a GitHub issue for this, but unfortunately they closed that issue, saying that it will be fixed in next version, but that next version has still not released yet. So that's why I'm not using it. I'm using 1.10.0, so it has not been fixed, at least in 1.10.0. I'm not sure if it will be fixed in 1.11.0 or not. Okay, so here is our server running. So I can just copy this URL and I can just paste it over here, and here I'll just select my agent, and here I can ask it whatever I feel like. So the latest news, I will ask about, tell me about Modi's and Zelensky call. Okay, so let's just wait, and here you can see it is doing this Tavily search result JSON. So yeah, let's just wait for this. It does take a bit of time because we are on the free tier, and also it takes the time to search the internet for the latest news as well. So you can search about anything, whatever you feel like. So here you can see Prime Minister and Ukrainian recently held a phone call during their conversation. So this was the latest news which I could find, but you can search for any latest news related to your country or whatever your interest is. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.